guys, welcome to another episode of Thick Chick 33. Today I am doing a quick clip episode where I show you how I do all my farming stuff on Ragnarok. I do have a garden, or I guess like a greenhouse on Scorched Earth, but I don't use it nearly as much. I took some aberrant dodos over there and some regular dodos because primarily we need eggs for dodo kibble. But I have most of my dodos here. And the reason I need dodo kibble is because that's what all our animals eat. On all our servers, actually. Yeep has her own farm, and she, fixes all the dodo kibble for her and Rain's animals, but I am responsible for doing my own, and most of the time I run over to Monkey's house, too, and feed his animals, because he almost never logs on anymore. And, Anime Crasher doesn't play on Ragnarok, but I feed the animals on Scorched Earth, too. So, that was a long ramble, but basically what I want to do today is show you how I run things in my farm. Right now I'm looking for stim berries because I need to feed them to my Phiomias, and you'll see what happens next. So these are my Phiomias. I have 3 of them, and most people call them poo pigs, and there's a good reason for that. It's because they poop all the time. So you'll need poop because you need to make fertilizer. If you give it to your dung beetles, they'll turn it into fertilizer. You can also use, what are they called? Compost bins, but those are really slow, and they take thatch too. The dung beetles will just turn it right into fertilizer for you, and they'll produce oil too. Now these poo pigs are important because they give you medium-sized feces, and medium-sized feces give you, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 fertilizers. I really don't know how many, but I do know that the small ones, like the small feces that the dodos drop, those only give you 1 fertilizer. So it's worth it to get medium-sized ones. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is force feeding my Phiomias stim berries, and that makes them poop like crazy. But they poop a lot on their own anyway, so you don't always have to use stim berries. So it looks like one of my Gigas just pooped. Great. He has large feces. As far as I know, I think the Titanosaur is the only one that actually drops extra large feces, but you only get large ones from I want to say Giga and maybe Branos. I'm not sure. I don't have any Branos, so I wouldn't really know. But here I am. So I am going to grab fertilizer from these guys. What you want to do with your dung beetles is just level up their weight. I mean, you're not going to be using them to attack anybody or to defend your base or anything, so just make sure they can carry as much weight as possible. That way you can load them up with poop. So what I'm doing right now is taking fertilizer and giving them poop. And you might also wonder why I have so many dung beetles. It just happened. I really have no good excuse for it. I like their colors, so I did tame a lot on my own, but also I had like 5 on Scorched Earth and then like 3 here, and then a person left the server over here, and so I took their 2 before they starved to death. And so that's how I got 10, because I brought the ones over from Scorched Earth. I didn't see any point in leaving them there. Also because they kept like glitching out of the pen I had them in over there, and they're much safer over here. So yeah, that's another long story that I really didn't need to tell you, but so here I am grabbing fertilizer and loading these guys up, and my next stop after I get the fertilizer and the oil out will be the greenhouse. Okay, so now I am going to go into the greenhouse and go ahead and harvest. Now I've already harvested a whole bunch. Plus, I don't know why it does this, but ARK's been really glitchy today, so I've been going in to try to harvest things, and just like that, the fruit just disappears like it never existed. So I'm not going to be able to harvest too much today, but I am going to go ahead and fill them up with fertilizer and get what fruit and veggies I can. And because I have to make dodo kibble on Wednesday, you do it on Wednesdays or Thursdays usually. Oh, and just in case you were wondering why you don't see any like drip irrigation, I actually put my irrigation in underneath the floor. Like I built it first and then I put the floor on top of it. So that's why you don't see any pipes or anything. I'm going to head back into my house and put away all the stuff I gathered. One thing I want to mention before I forget is that you can get a greenhouse effect. Like you could just farm out in the middle of nowhere, like in the open air, I don't know, open land. But if you put it in a greenhouse, you'll get much faster crops. And my greenhouse has a 300% boost on it, and I'm not entirely sure why it does that, because my old greenhouse didn't have any boost at all. It's called the greenhouse effect, I want to say. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not right. But I will say that my old greenhouse had a flat roof and it didn't work. And then when I built this greenhouse with a sloped roof, I immediately got the 300% boost, and so I get faster crops and more crops now. So I would recommend doing that. Definitely make sure you have a sloped roof on your greenhouse, and don't just farm out in the open air. Definitely build a greenhouse if you have the resources for it. So yeah, that's basically it. This is what I do all week. I collect my berries and my carrots and stuff every day, and dodo eggs every day, and then 1 or 2 days a week I'll make dodo kibble, and that's how we keep our animals fed. So all I'm going to do right now is head over to the cabinets I have next to the greenhouse and throw in whatever seeds I got out of the plots. Occasionally I'll just I don't know what I'll do. Occasionally I'll forget to log on for a few days and my crop plots run out of whatever, like the plant dies, and so I have to make sure I have seeds on time or on hand at all times. And so I have these 3 cabinets over here. I keep tons of fertilizer on hand just in case, but I really don't need it because the dung beetles do a great job. And then I keep seeds so I can replant whenever I need to, or of course give somebody who starts new on the server whatever they need. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope it helps out anybody who's like a noob and really wants to know how to farm in ARK. So I guess I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.